and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, welcome again to Gentle Yoga. So happy to have you here. We may have a few people signing in a little bit late, and that's all right. If the screen freezes up, just know that that's probably just somebody signing in. We're going to go ahead and begin pressing our sit bones into the mat. If you would like, just a little option here, to sit on top of a block. That is a nice thing to do as we center. It just allows our hip bones to separate a little bit, allows the knees to fall to the floor, takes a little strain and stress off. So just always know that's an option. And let's go ahead and breathe in from the belly. Deep breath in. Breathing up through the collarbone, in through the back of your throat. And exhale, breathe through your nose. Good. Let's do that again. Fill the lungs up completely. Breathing in from the belly. Up through your collarbone and chest. Sipping a little more. Exhale through your nose. Empty the lungs completely. Good. Beginning to hear this breath in the back of your throat. This is called Ujjayi Breath. It's our yoga breath. So good for your immune system, so good for your body. It actually increases flexibility and strength. Let's keep trying that. Breathe in as though you're surprised to see somebody. Exhale through your nose as though you're fogging up a little hand mirror with your nostrils. Good. Take your gaze to the floor, maybe close your eyes. Try to hear that breath in the back of your throat. Sounds like the ocean. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Keep that breath going, and I'll give you reminders throughout today's practice. Let's also set an intention as we're breathing for today's practice. This allows us to stay in the present, so our mind, if it does start to wander, which is perfectly normal, can be brought back to the present. So if you're starting to think about what you need to do later today, that list that's sitting on your desk, or maybe you're thinking about what you forgot to do yesterday, we want to put that aside during this hour. So maybe think of a word: joyful, friendly, patience, gratitude, any word that brings joy to your heart. Maybe it's a prayer. Maybe it's a goal, a personal fitness goal. Maybe you devote your practice for this hour to someone that you love. So think about what that might be. And then if your mind starts to wander, first go back to your breath. Think maybe the words inhale, exhale, or go back to your intention, just to keep you focused and centered. On our next breath, let's go ahead and start moving our body. So let's maybe open our eyes, take our gaze back up to the screen, and we'll go ahead and sweep our arms up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your arms in towards your ears. Spread your fingers as wide as you can get them to go. Hold this. And then relax a little bit and just sway, maybe with your breath. Breathing in, exhaling out, swaying to the right, swaying to the left. Hearing that breath in the back of your throat. And the next breath, we're going to reach up once more, squeeze the ears with your arms, press the palms together, and frame the face. So your palms are right above your head. And then we're just going to send those palms to the back wall. So with your next breath, go ahead and send the hands to the back wall. Feel this in, the triceps behind your arms. And then exhale, bring the palms up. Inhale to the back wall. Exhale, palms come up towards the ceiling. Slow it down if you need to with your breath. Inhale, back wall. Exhale, palms to the ceiling. One more. Inhale, palms to the back wall. Exhale, palms to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and interlace our fingers. Draw the hands to the back of the skull. Squeeze the elbows to the back wall. You're going to feel your shoulder blades turn on and squeeze. Try not to press into your neck too much. And we're going to work our shoulders. We're going to squeeze the elbows together. Exhale, squeeze them back. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders or elbows together. Exhale, open, chest is full. Inhale, squeeze the elbows. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. And then on your next breath, let's go ahead and release this. Place your hands right on your knees, and we're just going to roll out the shoulders, rolling them out. Hear your breath. Great opportunity to check in with your breath. Breathing in, exhaling out. Good. Let's go ahead and reverse those shoulder rolls. Breathing in, exhaling out. Lovely. Now, if you are sitting on a block, let's go ahead and come off of that very gently. Just remove that block. Place it to the side. We may come back to that. And we're going to sit up nice and tall once again. Next breath, we're going to sweep the arms up over the head. Spread the fingers. And when you spread them, really spread the fingers nice and wide. Spread the fingers. Hold this. And we're going to take a little bit deeper stretch. So when you're ready, on your next breath, take it all the way to the left. Deep stretch. Try to keep that sit bone on the left side on your mat. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, squeeze the arms into the ears. Exhale, take it to the left. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up, squeeze the ears with your arms, and then take it to the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. This will be the last one. And exhale, take it to the left. Next breath, let's bring our hands back to our knees. Once again, let's roll out our shoulders. Hear your breath. Breath travels up the spine. Breath travels down the spine. Good. And then we're going to reverse those rolls. The other side. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Then we're going to take our hands, let's reach them towards that front wall, stretch them, try to touch the wall in front of you, spread the fingers as wide as you can. We're going to take care of our wrists. We're going to dial the fingers down on the right side. Take the left hand and give a little pull to each finger. Keep breathing, keep hearing that in the back of your chest. And then when you get to the thumb, reach around, grab that thumb and just pull it towards your forearm. And then we're going to stretch the hands out. With your next breath, spread those fingers as wide as you can get them. On the left side, dial the fingertips down. With your right hand, give a little tug to each finger. And then reach around, find that thumb, and just draw it towards the forearm. Nice. Let's once again reach the hands out, squeeze the fingertips, squeeze the belly button to the spine so our posture is nice and turned on, and then make a fist. Inhale, spread the fingers like starfish as wide as you can get them, and then exhale, make a fist. Inhale, spread the fingers. Exhale, make a fist. And then let's rotate the wrists. Hear your breath. Lovely. Next breath, we're going to do a little bit of a twist stretch. So let's just take our hands, send them back behind us. Fingertips are going to face the wall behind you. You're leaning back just a bit. And then you're going to bring the right leg and the left leg out. It looks a bit like the letter M. And we're going to take just some little windshield wipe movements here. So with your breath, make sure you're breathing. Inhale, knees come to the right. This time the hip bone's going to come off the mat on the left. And then exhale, knees come to the left. Slow it down with your breath. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. One more on each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Good. Let's go ahead and sit up just a bit and take your hands. We're going to grab the right ankle. We're going to just thread the needle. Bring this ankle underneath that left foot in it, left leg. And then we're going to take the left ankle, place it on the outside of this right knee. So just check to make sure that your right knee is facing that wall right in front of you. You have your ankle, the left ankle, on the outside edge. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Right arm's going to come out. We're going to wrap it around this knee and pull this left knee in towards the body. Left hand is going to reach back behind us. And we're going to try to see if we can't see the back wall, the wall behind us. Your target's the middle of the wall. Use your fingertips to press into your mat, to press the body back around. And let's stay here. If you've lost your breath, let's reconnect it. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in from the belly. Exhale through the nose. One more breath, staying right here. Fill the lungs completely. And then empty the lungs. Lovely. Come back to neutral. And then we're going to bring our feet back apart. Take your hands, bring them back behind us. Once again, fingertips facing that back wall. And this time, let's take our knees to the left. Inhale. And then exhale, knees come to the right. Inhale, knees come to the left. Exhale, knees come to the right. One more each side. Inhale, knees come to the left. Exhale, knees come to the right. Then we're going to press ourselves back, come to that neutral position. Let's take hold of the left ankle, thread it underneath, grab it, just pull it through. Left knee is facing that front wall. Let's come back to this right ankle, place it on the outside of that left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Opposite arm comes out, left arm. Wrap it around that right knee. Pull the knee into the body as much as you can. Meanwhile, right arm comes out and place it behind you. Try to see that wall. Breath travels up the spine. Breath travels down the spine. Fill the lungs with air, breathing in. Empty the lungs completely, breathing out through your nose. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Nice stretch. On your next breath, let's come back to a comfortable seated position. This is our easy pose. We're going to move the hip joints a little bit. We're just going to rock the baby, and we're going to grab our shin from the knee down and just hold it like a baby. Try to sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to rock gently. Just a nice little stretch. Hear your breath. Maybe you move side to side a little bit here. If this is uncomfortable, you can hold the leg out a little bit. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Good. And then let's go ahead and gently place that leg down and do the left side with our breath. So in the crook of your arm, lift that left shin. Cradle the leg. Maybe you can even get it in a little more on this side. Maybe this side's not as flexible. Sides are different. Moving side to side. Good. Next breath. Let's go ahead and come into a butterfly pose. We're going to press the soles of the feet together, sit up as tall as we can. Let's go ahead and bring the ankles in. So we have about 6 inches between us, and let's move our butterfly wings, sitting up tall. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, breathing in. Exhaling out. Good. While we're here, let's do a little stretch. Let's go ahead and bring the arms out as though we're holding a platter. We're going to raise the right hand And then reach it over the left, and we're going to make an X. It looks like a great big X. This alone is hard to do, so maybe you just stay here. If you can take it a little further, we're going to just wrap the arms around each other. This is called half eagle, and then we're going to reach the elbows up towards the ceiling. Try to hold this. Make sure you're breathing. I'm going to count it out, but still hear your breath, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's take the hands, place them on the knees, and roll out the shoulders. Just a little reminder, sometimes in this class, I will count just so we know how long to hold things. Always make sure that you're breathing. We never want to hold our breath during that time. On our next breath, let's go ahead and hold out our platter. We're going to lift the left hand this time, reach it over across, make that letter X. This is hard to do. Maybe hold it for just a moment. And then if you're able to, go ahead and wrap the arms around, lift up through the elbows, trying to get those hands up towards the ceiling. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's take the knees, bring them together, and then slide the feet out in front of us. So this is a forward fold position. We're going to press the hands together, working on our core, trying to stay with our toes facing the ceiling, hearing our breath in the back of our throat. And then we're going to turn on our breath with our movement. We're going to point the toes on the inhale. Exhale, draw the toes towards your face. Intense stretch here. Sitting up nice and tall, point the toes on the inhale. And then exhale, draw the toes towards the forehead. Ooh, feel the thighs turn on. Good job. Next breath, point the toes towards the front wall. Exhale, draw the toes towards the forehead. We're going to do one more. This can be intense. Point the toes towards the forehead. Towards the wall. Inhale. And then exhale, draw the toes towards the forehead. Nice work. Let's go ahead and bend the knees and just let the knees fall to our right side so we can come into our tabletop in a graceful way, appropriate way. And we're not going to stay here for very long, but long enough to do a little bit of stretching. So if you do want to place a blanket just temporarily for your knees, or if you want to fold your mat, go ahead and make those little adjustments. And then we'll come back into our table. And once we're here, we're going to look at our hands. Hands are so important when we're in any kind of a table or a down dog. We want to make sure that the fingertips are pressing into the mat, making little indentations. Hands are active. We'll protect the wrists. And then we're going to just gaze between our hands and move side to side. Just move our tailbone. And sometimes I call this stirring the pot. I'm actually wagging the dog's tail right now. I'm just moving side to side, but we're going to turn stirring the pot on. So with your breath, just bring your hip all the way to the left wall and sweep the hips around, bring the hips to the right, and just make a circular motion. Breathing in, exhaling out. So you're stirring a pot. Next breath, we're going to just reverse that circle. Breathing in, exhaling out. Good. And then we're going to come to neutral, just stillness. Next breath, we're going to send the right foot back, and it's going to hit the mat. We're going to tuck the toe on the right side, draw the heel towards the mat, towards the floor. While we're at it, we've done this one before, we're going to heel toe the foot on the left side all the way out to the side of the mat. All of our weight is going to come into this left palm, and then we're going to just open up the chest towards the back wall, reach the right hand up, try to see that thumb, and just hold this. Keep breathing as I count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and return to your tabletop. Let's take a cat-cow in between. Breathing in for cow. Exhaling for cat, chin to your chest. Nice arch in the back. Inhale, cow. Good. Exhale, cat. Then on your next breath, we're going to take care of the left side. So let's Reach out that left foot, tuck the toes, draw the heel towards the floor of the mat. You're going to feel this in your calf muscle. Feels nice. At the same time, heel toe that foot on the right side off the mat. All your weight's going to want to come into your right palm. It just happens naturally. And then just draw that left hand up, open the chest towards the front wall. Try to gaze at your thumb up towards the ceiling on the left hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come right back to your tabletop. Let's take another cat-cow. We'll just take one here. Breathing in for cow. Exhale for cat, chin to chest. Let's go ahead and sit back on our heels. This gives us the opportunity to remove our blanket if we have one, or maybe put our mat back the way we had it. And we're going to send our hands, we're going to spread our fingers wide, send our hands out in front for good measure. On your next breath, go ahead and make a little ball, fist, and then exhale, send the hands out, spread the fingers, and then exhale, make a little fist, and just rotate those wrists. And then on your next breath, we're going to come right back to our tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips, check on your fingertips, make sure the hands are nice and active, and begin pedaling out your feet here. Just making that active movement, bending one knee, straightening the other. And on your next breath, we're going to come into a crescent lunge. So we're going to raise the right leg, lift it up high. This is three-legged dog. Bend the knee, thread it through, plant that right foot in between the hands. I'm going to face you so you can see. And with crescent lunge, all 10 toes are facing the front. And so just check your toes. Make sure all 10 are facing the front, and you're going to be up on the ball of the foot on the left side. So it's a little bit of a balance. Now, normally we have our hands go up. We're not going to do that today. We're going to send our hands out in front, spread our fingers wide, and we're going to rock forward. Try to reach for the wall in front. A little bit of a balance going. Maybe you gaze at the floor here. And then on your next breath, we're going to sweep the arms behind us. I'm going to turn so you can see. Sweep the arms behind, clasp the arms together, draw the palms together. And then we're going to reach forward. Try to get your right shoulder to touch your right knee. This is humbling our warrior. And we're going to hold this. Take your gaze to the floor. This is balance. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh boy, let's release the hands. So now the hands are down on the mat. We have a little runner's lunge going on. And we're going to press the palm on the left side into the mat, and we're going to take a little twist towards that back wall and reach our right hand towards the ceiling. Try to see your thumb, and let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Return that palm down to the mat, and then we're just going to send the right leg back into our down dog. So send that leg back and you're right back into the down dog. Let's go ahead and drop the knees wide outside the mat. Bring the big toes to touch and sink our hips back into a child's pose. Before we do that other side, you can press your forehead into the mat. Maybe roll the forehead side to side. Hear your breath. If you've lost it, just remember, breathe in as though you're really surprised to see somebody. And then on the exhale, breathe out through your nose as though you're fogging up that mirror. Good. On your next breath, while we're in child's pose, let's do a little twist here. Let's walk our hands all the way off the mat to the right side. Maybe the left hand even comes on top of the right. Feel that nice stretch, especially on the left side, that left arm, the triceps. You might feel it there. That's the other side, the bottom part of the upper arm. Hear your breath. Then on your next breath, we're going to go straight to the other side. So we're going to walk our hands all the way to the top of the mat and then come off the mat to the left side. Maybe the right hand even comes on top. And if it does, notice if you feel a nice stretch. up along the back side of the right arm. Check in with your breath. Breath travels up the spine. Breath travels down the spine. Next breath, let's go ahead and walk the hands back to the center. You can stay here for a breath, maybe even try to walk the fingers towards the top of the mat. Relax your head. Take your gaze right near the chin region, right below onto your mat. And then on your next breath, very gently slide the right hand towards your body, left hand towards your body, coming back up into a tabletop. I'm going to turn directions just because we're going to be working on the left side, and I want you to be able to see clearly if you need to. So when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips, coming into that down dog position. Go ahead and pedal out your feet here. Check real quickly in with your hands. Make sure they're active. Those fingertips are pressing firmly into the mat. Gazes towards that back wall. Hear your breath. And then on the next breath, let's go ahead and raise the left leg. Reach it up nice and high. Maybe hold it there just for a bit. Three-legged dog. Then bend the knee, draw it through, plant that foot. If it doesn't quite make it, give it a little help with the left hand. And then remember, we're coming up into a crescent lunge. So all 10 toes are going to be facing that front wall. This time, you're going to be on the ball of the foot of the right, on the right side. So just peek back there, make sure the heel is lifted nicely. And we're going to bring the hands out in front. We're going to reach for that front wall. A little bit of strain, a little bit of muscle movement on the left side. Left hip is activated. And then sweep the arms back behind you. I'm going to turn again so you can see. Clasp the hands together. This is a little bit of a balance. And then we're going to draw the right shoulder to the left knee. Humble our warrior here. Nice. And then for good measure, let's switch sides. Let's see if we can touch the left shoulder to the left knee. I added a little extra one on this side. Sometimes this is our stronger side. Holding this. And the next breath, we're getting a little tired here, so we're going to take our hands, press them into the mat. Turn this into a bit of a runner's lunge. We're going to press all of our weight into the right palm. Twist the body towards that back wall and lift the hand up towards the ceiling. Left hand goes up. Try to see that left thumb. Hold this. Beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and come down. This time, let's just send that right foot to meet the left. So we might want to bend the right knee and then just give a little hop so that the feet come together. And you're going to find that you're at the top of your mat here. So we're in a little forward fold here. We're going to turn this into ragdoll. It's nice to bend the knees here. Let the head just hang. You can let the arms dangle if you like, or maybe you even interlace at the elbows and just move side to side. This is a good place to take care of your neck. Maybe shake your head yes. Maybe shake your head no. One of my personal favorites is to interlace the hands, place them at the back of the skull, press into the back of the skull with the palms, and take your thumbs and give your neck a little massage here. Bending through the knees, hearing your breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's all, wherever we are, let's go ahead and just release those arms, let them dangle. We're going to slowly begin to rise, one vertebra at a time. The head is the very last thing to come up. We don't want to get dizzy. Slowly coming up. And we're still at the top of our mat. Let's separate our feet about hip distance and let's work on our posture a little bit. So let's go ahead and take our shoulders, reach them up towards our ears, roll them back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then we're going to sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the arms in towards the ears. Try to keep the arms as straight as you can. Spread the fingers. And we're going to turn this on. We're going to squeeze the face. Squeeze the arms. Squeeze those fingertips apart even further. Good. And then squeeze the belly button in towards the spine. Lift the kneecaps, feel those thigh muscles turn on, and then lift all 10 toes. Feel the calf muscles turn on. Beautiful. Try to hold this. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Breathing in, exhaling out. Beautiful. You might be shaking. You might be getting warmer. Heart rate's going up. Lovely. You're increasing your metabolism. You're lowering blood pressure. Keep breathing. Keep stretching. And the next breath, release into Tadasana. So you're just going to bring the hands out. Beautiful. Fantastic. Let's continue this. Let's squeeze the face. Open up the chest even higher towards the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Squeeze the belly button towards the spine. Lift the kneecaps. Lift all 10 toes. Fantastic. Other muscles are turning on. You're feeling the triceps right now in the arms. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing. You might even be feeling your muscles in your forearms. Spread your fingers even wider. Nice work. Good. Keep breathing and release. Great. We're going to do a little bit of balance now. So if you do want to step off your mat and go to a wall, it's a good idea to do that. If you're on carpet, I would just be very careful because it can be a little spongy and a little hard to balance. Another little tip when you're balancing, sometimes you hear me say it, but try to find a spot on the floor, the wall, the ceiling that you can stare at. That's called your drishti gaze, and it really does make a difference. So let's go to it. Let's go ahead and rock all of our weight onto the left side. Take your hands, place them on your waist. Slide the right toe over, and we're just going to begin to tap. Tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to lift the knees, straighten the toes towards that front wall and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take a figure 4. So we're going to bend that left knee, place the leg on almost like you're sitting down. I call this reading the newspaper, almost like you're reading a newspaper. Gaze to the floor, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to come into a tree pose, and then we're done on this side. So you just come straight to it. If you need to take a foot down, that is fine. Maybe it's a half tree. Maybe it's a full tree. And try to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. It was windy in my space today. Okay, good job. And then we stood a long time on that foot. So let's take our hands, place them on our waist, put some weight onto the toes of the left foot, and then just rotate the ankle around. And then reverse that rotation. Nice. And then we'll take the toes and just turn them backwards. Just press onto the toes. Hopefully you can see my toes. I'm just pressing onto them, drawing that heel back. And then maybe give it a little shake, give the foot a little shake. And then we'll bring the feet, again, about hip distance, put a little mountain pose in between. So we'll sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, beautiful. And then exhale Tadasana, we're not making it active this time. Nice. And then we'll rock all of our weight over onto the right side. Hands go on the waist. Slide those toes over on the left foot. And let's tap. Make it a nice exaggerated tap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Lift the knee, straighten the toe. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bend the knee on the right side, set up our little figure 4, or reading the newspaper, sometimes I call it. Press the palms together. Try to keep your chest up high. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic balance. Let's try to take it straight to a tree. And if you step down, that is okay. Open up your chest. Take it to tree. Try to gaze at the ceiling. Try to press that knee on the left side back towards the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Great balance, everyone. So nice. Let's go back up to the top of our mat. And once again, once we're up at the top of our mat, let's bring our feet about hip distance. And let's sweep our arms up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the arms into the ears. Lift all 10 toes. We're making it semi-active. Hear your breath. And then exhale, take a fold. Take your gaze right towards the floor, maybe between your hands. And let's just stay here for a moment. Maybe you bend the knees a little bit. I'm even lifting one toe and then lifting the other toe opposite feet, just all the toes. Taking care of the feet here. Maybe even rock side to side. We're in no hurry. This is such a good recovery pose. And then next breath, let's take a halfway lift. We're going to press into our shins, or perhaps if you're a little taller, you press right above the knees. It all depends on your height. You want a flat back here, and just take your gaze to your mat. Flat back, just hold it. And the next breath, we're going to take another fold. Press your hands or your fingertips into the mat. Put a little bend into the knees. Let's let our head hang here. Shake our head, yes. Shake your head, no. Lovely. Next breath, let's come into a chair pose. This is called intense pose. It is a difficult one. We're sitting back as though we are sitting onto a little kindergarten chair. Try to get the hips down. Maybe you cactus your arms here as well. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Let's take another little fold here. Just let your head hang. A little recovery going on. Shake your head here if you like. We are going to do another chair pose after this. On your next breath, ready? And let's take our chair, final chair. Maybe you cactus the arms here. Now you can stay right here, or you can come up onto the tippy toes for added balance and sink the hips even lower. Very difficult. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Let's take a fold. Hear your breath in the back of your throat. Make sure you're breathing. And then inhale, flat back, halfway lift. So flat you could put something on it like a glass of water and it wouldn't spill. And then exhale, we're going to come back onto our knees into a table, but we're not going to stay in our table. We're going to sit back onto our heels. We did this earlier. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and let's take care once more of our wrists. Doesn't hurt. Let's go ahead and reach the arms out. Spread the fingers as wide as you can. Inhale. Exhale, make a fist. Inhale, spread the fingers as wide as you can. Exhale, make a fist. And then let's go ahead and rotate the wrists. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Nice work. And then from here, let's go ahead and just make our way into a comfortable seated position. The way we started out, just in that easy pose. We're going to do a little bit of work on our shoulders, on our neck, because I know during these weeks we do a lot of sitting. We're in our cars, we're sitting in our desk. It's just really nice to take care of those areas. So let's go ahead and take our shoulders, reach them up towards our ears, roll them back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's send our arms out to the side, spread the fingers while we're at it, and we're just going to move the rib cage. So inhale to the right, exhale to the left, just the rib cage. Inhale to the right, hips remain on the mat, and then to the left. Let's do one more. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Next breath, the right arm is going to reach around, find the left shoulder. Left arm's going to reach back behind and try to see if your fingers can't find one another, squeezing the elbows towards the back wall. A nice thing to do, you can always take a yoga strap and use that as a little assist and see if that helps the fingers to connect. Sometimes it does, sometimes there's not a big difference, but it is an option. And then release that. If you want to keep the yoga strap handy, you can. as an option. We're going to bring the arms back out, spread the fingers nice and wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lovely. On your next breath, we're going to send the left hand to the right shoulder and then send the right hand back behind. Try to find those fingertips. Squeeze the elbows towards the back wall. Squeeze the belly button towards the spine. Try to keep the neck straight. Good. Hold this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Place the hands on the knees and let's roll out the shoulders. Take your gaze to the floor or your mat so you're not straining the neck. And then about the third time around, rotate the shoulders the other direction. Good. Then sitting up nice and tall, on your next breath, we're going to take care of our necks. So we're going to look all the way to the right. And then drop the chin down. Exhale, look to the left. Try to keep a nice straight spine. On your next breath, drop the chin, look to the right. Exhale, drop the chin down, look to the left. One more. Inhale, sweep the chin down, look to the right. Exhale, sweep the chin down, look to the left. And then send your head just back, your gaze back to neutral. And we're going to take care of our necks a little more seriously. We do this a lot. We're going to raise the hand like we're taking an oath. Reach the hand all the way across. Find that left ear. Close your eyes if you like. And just draw your ear, your right ear towards your right shoulder. Now, this is where we hold all the tension, all the worries, physical, mental, emotional, everything is stored right here. So just let it go. Just let go of all the worries, all the noise. Hear your breath. And then we're going to slide that hand to the back of the skull, sit up nice and tall, squeeze the belly button in towards the spine, and send the nose and the chin to that right armpit. Maybe you open your eyes here and try to see the back of your mat. You might feel something up and down the spine, or maybe to the right or the left of it. Should feel really relaxing. And then release. Let's do the other side. So we'll raise the left hand. Go ahead and send it all the way across. Find that right ear. Close your eyes if you like. And draw that left ear towards the left shoulder. Squeeze your belly button to the spine. It just intensifies all of this wonderful, wonderful stretching. Hear your breath. Breath travels up. Breath travels down. Inhale. Exhale. And then just slide that hand to the back of your skull. Draw your nose and your chin to your left armpit. Maybe you open your eyes, squeeze the belly button to the spine. Try to see the back of your mat. Maybe you feel something on the right side of the spine or the shoulder. And release. Place your hands on your knees and with your breath, just roll the neck any way that feels good. Maybe you make little figure 8s as you roll your neck. Just getting out any leftover kinks we may have stored there. Maybe move it side to side. Our poor necks carry us through each day. We put so much stress and work on our necks that we want to take good care of them, of it. And then on your next breath, make sure all your equipment is out of the way. We're going to go ahead and send the knees together just so we can make our way onto our backs in a graceful way. So any way you'd like to come onto your backs, you can sit up nice and tall in a forward fold, send the hands outside the body, thumbs facing the ceiling, come down slowly, get a little bit of a benefit for the abs here. If this is hard, if you have a low back injury, no worries. There's a nice way to get down. You come down on one elbow on the right side, then come down on another elbow on the left side, and just gently take your way all the way down to your mat. While we're here, now you'll notice we're in a Shavasana pose right now. So while we're here, let's take care of some business with our low back. Just take your hands and slide them underneath that low back region and notice if there's a little opening there, a little arch. There probably is. Most of us have that. While we're here, let's squeeze the shoulder blades together. You might be able to feel it even more. And then we're going to remove our hands and fill that space. So we're just going to press the low back into the mat and hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just come to neutral, natural. And that arch is going to come right back. Next breath, press that low back into the mat again and hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax, release, let that arch come back. Squeeze the shoulder blades even deeper. Notice that the arch is a little more exaggerated. Let's do one more. Press the low back into the mat, hold it there, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Just relax everything. Still continue your breath, but just relax. On the next breath, let's go ahead and press the right foot into the mat, draw it up, the knee is bent, and then we're going to clasp the hands, draw that knee towards our right shoulder. Let's rotate the ankle. So we're aiming that right knee towards the right shoulder, clasping both hands, rotating the ankle, hearing our breath as we do this. And then on your next breath, we're going to release the left hand. Just let it come to your side. Take the right hand and draw that knee towards the right side of the floor. Now, the knee's not going to touch the floor. It's just a little bit of an opener for your leg, your hip connectors. And you can still rotate your ankle here. Next breath, we're going to take the knee back and just plant that right foot onto the mat. Let's go ahead and bend the left knee so it joins the right. And we're going to turn this into a figure 4. So we're going to just lift the left foot off the mat, place that left ankle over the right knee. And you could look up to make sure you see that little figure 4. You can stay right here, or if you want a little more, take the hands and just reach behind the back of the right knee and pull that knee towards you. Maybe you rock side to side here. If you still want more, you can straighten the right leg. See how that feels. If you want a little bit more, you can draw the toes on the right side towards your forehead. Yikes, feel that stretch. It's a nice one. This is so good for the low back. Wonderful for the sciatica. Just rocking side to side. And the next breath, we're going to release everything and come right back to that Shavasana position. So legs are straight, hands are by your side. If you want to roll your head side to side for your neck, you can do that. Hear your breath. And then we got to do the left side. So on your next breath, we're going to press that left foot into the mat, slide it up, clasp the knee, left knee, and draw that left knee towards the left shoulder. Maybe you rotate the ankle. You might hear a little crack and pop. Crackle, pop. Just a little bit of air in the joints. And then let's release that right hand and draw that left knee towards the left side of the floor. If you still want to rotate the ankle here, perfectly fine to do that. And then draw that left knee towards the left shoulder again. We're going to go ahead and plant that left foot onto the mat, slide the right foot up, bend the knee so they meet, and then set up that number 4. Once again, you might want to just stay here. This is kind of level 1, if you will. If you want a little bit more, just maybe lift your head up and reach up, clasp your hands behind that left knee and draw the knee towards your body. Maybe you rock side to side. If you want even more, straighten that left leg. And once again, if you want even more, draw the toes towards the forehead. Get that nice stretch. Rock side to side. Enjoy this. And then on your next breath, let's go ahead and hover the knees over the hips. Take your hands and just pull the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. This is another beautiful place to rock. Maybe you even press the low back into the mat, making little circles. Give yourself a little massage here. Make sure you're still breathing. Breath travels up the spine, breathing in through the nose. Breath travels down the spine, breathing out through the nose, hearing it in the back of your throat. And then from here, let's turn this into a happy baby. Just bend the knees, grab the outside edges of your feet, or maybe you like to grab your toes, your big toe and your second toe. You can relax the head to take the pressure off the neck here. Maybe you want to make it a happy baby. Maybe you straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, and then switch sides. Straighten the left leg, bend the left knee. Just a different kind of stretch. Hearing your breath as you're doing this. And then on your next breath, let's bring the knees to hover right over the hips. We're going to set up a supine twist. Draw the arms to a T. If you prefer to cactus the arms, you can do that as well. Before we do anything else, let's just, for good measure, let's rotate the ankles while we're here. This is a great place to do that. Maybe reverse your circles, rotating. And then let's go back to our breath. We're going to take a few lion's breaths, breathing out through the mouth here. So let's take a deep breath in from the nose, breathe in, sip in a little more, and then exhale through your mouth. Completely empty the lungs. Work the lungs. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, fill the lungs up completely. Maybe sip in even more. And then empty the lungs fully through your nose or your mouth. At the same time, let the knees fall to the right. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Keep your shoulders glued to the mat. If you want a little deeper stretch, extend the left leg over that right bent knee, straight leg. And just try to stay here. Hear your breath. Good. Next breath, let's go ahead and release this, come back to neutral. Let's take a deep breath in. Lion's breath out. Notice all the stress just coming off your body. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in. And this time on your exhale, bring the knees to the left. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. If you extended your leg on the right, try to do it on your left. So your right leg would be the one to straighten out and hold this. Hear your breath. Lovely. And then let's slowly come back to our neutral position. Let's draw our hands towards our body. Palms are facing the ceiling, and let's press the soles of our feet together. So this is Supta Baddha Konasana, also known as butterfly pose, but our feet are in the air. We're slowly going to lower our feet, slowly, slowly. Maybe you even stop at a point for your abs, and then just keep lowering them, noticing that little arch coming back as you do. And then just relax the legs. Maybe you take your fingertips and press on the thighs, press that low back into the mat. And then after your next breath, go ahead and bring the legs out wide. Take up as much space as you like. Maybe your feet are even off the mat, and just send your hands by your body's side with the palms facing the ceiling. Let's squeeze our shoulder blades even tighter underneath us. We might have to lift up off the mat, get those shoulders deeper, and then press that low back into the mat. Move your head side to side. If you find that your tongue is stuck to the roof of your mouth, just let it drop off into the lower palate. Maybe move your jawbone side to side. Soften through your face, setting up Shavasana. And just relax, melt from the crown of your head all the way from your shoulders to the tips of the fingers, from your neck all the way to your hips, to your knees, to your toes. Try to stay still and relax for about 10 breaths. Enjoy this. Slowly, gently, begin to bring some movement back into your body. Maybe you spread your fingers as wide as you can, make a little ball afterwards, and then rotate those wrists. Maybe you bend the knees and windshield wipe them side to side. Maybe you draw the knees into the chest, give yourself another little hug. Make some little circles into your mat. Take another happy baby. Lots of options. Any kind of movement. Hearing your breath. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and roll to the right side. Make a little pillow for your head. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Try to stay here for about 2 breaths. Maybe your eyes are still closed. And then slowly make your way back the way we started, into a comfortable seated position. And let's take our shoulders, reach them up towards our ears, roll them back, squeeze the shoulders together. Let's place our fingertips right outside our body. Let's flip the hands, and we're going to send the palms up towards the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. Maybe your arms even touch the ears, straight arms, and then press the palms together. Draw the hands to heart center. Let's press the fingertips together. Let's make this very active. Squeeze the belly button to the spine and press the palms and the fingertips together, so much so that you feel the biceps turn on and the triceps and the forearms. Next breath, we're going to dial the fingertips down towards the mat. See your veins. Look at your pinky fingers. Try to get them to reach towards your body. That's going to turn the forearm muscles on. This is really great if you work with computers, if you have a cell phone. And then we're going to dial the fingertips back up towards the ceiling. Let's separate the hands. Press them into the mat or the floor. We're going to take a little forward fold. Walk the hands towards the front wall. See how far you can go. Maybe you can even get the elbows to come down. Try to get your gaze to look to the mat or the floor. Hold this. So good for the low back. And then just as slowly as you got into this, let's slowly get out of it. Just slowly draw the right hand towards the body. Bend the elbows. Draw the left hand towards the body, bending that elbow. And then just come back up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Place your hands on your knees or maybe back at heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you for gentle today. I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste.